Healthy Lifestyle Crib presents 7 Morning Habits that Hinder Weight Loss. Morning routines, such as eating habits, set the tone for the remainder of the day. The habits you develop in the morning dictate whether you'll have a light or hearty lunch, and whether your body will burn through the calories or store some for later. Watch this video to learn how your lifestyle choices can lead to hormonal and endocrine imbalances, which in turn can lead to unintentional weight gain. Make sure you're not missing any of our great videos by subscribing to our channel and turning on notifications before you begin viewing. Number 1. After waking up, you forgot to drink a glass of water. In adults, water constitutes for between 55 and 60% of the body. A person's health may be at risk if this number is significantly lower. Here's a fun fact. Men have a higher percentage of body water than women do. Additionally, people who are overweight tend to have a lower total body water content than their leaner counterparts. When you first open your eyes in the morning, your body has gone without water for several hours, so it's a good idea to rehydrate with a glass of water. Even if you don't think you're thirsty, you probably are. Drinking a few glasses of water first thing in the morning helps with digestion because it rehydrates the body. Furthermore, drinking water speeds up the metabolic process, reducing the likelihood that one would become overweight. It also aids the body in eliminating harmful substances. In order to test a theory, a scientist started his day with a glass of water. He cut his body fat percentage in half by drinking 16 ounces of water first thing in the morning and continuing the practice throughout the day. Number 2. You don't want to have a big breakfast. The timing of our meals is far more significant than the foods themselves. A diet that consists of a large breakfast and a little dinner has been shown to be highly successful. You may be shocked to learn that this eating plan promotes more weight loss than others that also emphasize frequent, little meals. As an added bonus, diabetics can reduce their insulin dosage when they start the day with a high-calorie breakfast. Participating in the study were 22 men and 14 women, with an average age of 69, all of whom were overweight and had type 2 diabetes. These individuals were randomly assigned to one of 2 diet groups. The first group followed the morning diet, which entailed eating a hearty breakfast, a more modest lunch, and a relatively light evening dinner. Second group followed the conventional diabetes and weight loss 6-meal plan. The core tenet of this eating plan is to have 6 small meals and 3 snacks daily. After 3 months, those who followed the morning diet dropped an average of 12 pounds while those who followed the 6-meal plan gained an average of 3 pounds. Having a metabolism that slows down at night allows us to save more energy for the morning, among other benefits. When your metabolism is at its peak, which is first thing in the morning, eating a hearty breakfast is beneficial. Research has found that people who eat a high-calorie breakfast are less likely to overeat at lunch. Your meal shouldn't be too heavy, and it's best if it's on the smaller side. Number 3. The first thing you do each day is check the news. Reading the morning news might make you anxious and irritable, both of which are bad for your health and can contribute to weight gain. True especially if you have trouble sleeping regularly. That's because under chronic stress, stem cells differentiate into adipose tissue. Research has shown that anxiety raises hormone production, which subsequently aid the body in adjusting to its new surroundings. In the case of short-term stress, no new fat cells are produced, and in the case of long-term stress, the process of conserving calories is initiated. No amount of reduced calorie intake will result in weight loss until the stressful circumstance has passed. Number 4. You're saving the best dishes for midday and evening. If you have a sweet tooth, it's best to indulge in baked goods and other treats first thing in the morning. Second finding of the study showed that consuming a muffin in the morning would result in a smaller increase in waist circumference compared to consuming the identical muffin in the evening. In addition, consuming cake first thing with the morning can really aid in weight loss. Those in the aforementioned study who consumed a breakfast rich in carbohydrates and proteins had an easier time sticking to their diet than those who consumed a breakfast low in calories and, by extension, low in carbs, who found it difficult to resist the temptation of a delicious bar of chocolate. Individuals whose large breakfasts contained sweets like cake, chocolate, or donuts had lower levels of the hunger hormone ghrelin than those whose breakfasts did not. People on restrictive diets tend to feel extremely hungry. If your ghrelin levels are high, your metabolism will stall. Eating a hearty breakfast with lots of different foods and not skipping dessert will help you avoid this problem. Number 5. You don't walk outside when it's sunny. Sunlight can be used as a metaphorical fat burner, at least for the white, or bad, variety. Because of its caloric storage capacity, this sort of fat is generally frowned upon. All sorts of unpleasant health issues, from obesity and diabetes to heart disease, might come from not using those calories for energy. Scientists conducted an experiment showing that white fat decreases in size when exposed to sunshine. The blue light wavelengths from the sun enter the skin and reach the fat cells, which is why this occurs. Following this, the lipid droplets shrink and eventually depart the cells. Spending a lot of time in the sun causes your cells to cease storing as much fat, to put it another way. This finding is groundbreaking because it helps to explain why people tend to put on weight during the winter months when there is less sunlight. Remember that too much time in the sun isn't good for you, and that you should always use sunscreen. Number 6. You don't work out. In addition to the obvious benefits of raising metabolic rate and burning fat, reduce your hunger by working out first thing in the morning. A study indicated that persons who made a habit of exercising first thing in the morning had smaller appetites throughout the day. They didn't feel like they needed to overeat to make up for their previous actions. The reason for this might be found in the energizing effect that exercise has on humans. Those who don't exercise first thing in the morning often turn to food as a means of coping with the anxiety of starting the day. Another unexpected result of the study emerged. Researchers found that people lost 20% more weight when they worked out in the morning while they were hungry than when they worked out in the afternoon. Number 7. If you think your pets can't help you out, you're wrong. A dog is a great companion for a morning run, while a cat may help you unwind and enjoy some yoga or stretching. People and pets that exercise together are more likely to maintain a healthy weight, according to the results of a recent scientific study. People who exercise with pets are less likely to skip sessions than those who do it alone. Further, the act of talking to and taking care of a pet can induce feelings of contentment and calm that in turn lower blood pressure and heart rate. If you are feeling stressed, you might reach for a muffin or a chocolate chip cookie. If you have no trouble getting up before sunrise, we should run our own study to see if there are more morning folks or night owls here. To show your support for sleeping in until noon, click the like button and describe your preferred morning activity in the space provided below. The one I have is sleeping in, and I'll let you know. Thanks for watching Healthy Lifestyle Crib.